Ilhéus, August 1943. At that time, fishermen returned before nightfall, and few ventured along the beach after the sun disappeared over the horizon, not out of declared fear, but out of respect for what they did not understand. Antonio Barreto was one of these men of the sea. On an afternoon of light wind and a dark sky, while gathering almost empty nets, his eyes observed something unusual among the shells scattered on the sand. It was larger than the others, a perfect spiral, dark in color, almost black, and engraved on its surface was a symbol. It was not a natural design, it was not a crack, it was an intentional mark, intertwined curves forming something that resembled an eye. Antonio took the shell home. That same night, the sound of the sea seemed different, closer, more insistent. He began to wake up with the feeling that something was calling his name, but it was not a human voice, kid. It was a grotesque, distant sound, like the echo of a submerged cave. His fiancée, Helena, was the first to notice the change. Antonio would spend hours staring at the shell. He would bring it to his ear, but not to hear the sea. He heard something else, whispers from another time, voices that used no words but awakened in him a bizarre understanding. Days later, he began to walk on the beach at night. He said he needed to search, but search for what? Not even the fisherman could explain. He just felt it, a compulsive desire to collect shells, hundreds of them, and he lined them up on the floor of his house, organized in patterns he didn't realize he was forming. Helena tried to stop him. She tried to keep him away from the sea. But one dawn, in the midst of a desperate argument, she swore she heard something. A sound coming from the black shell. A sound that made her blood run cold. Helena left the next day, and never came back. Alone, Antonio plunged completely into his obsession. The shells now occupied every room. The symbol seemed to repeat itself on some of them, as if it were spreading. Then came the moonless night. The sky was empty. The sea was too still. Antonio walked to the beach as if answering a call. And there, among the shallow waves, he found something different. Small, oval, dark. Its surface pulsed with a symbol resembling an octopus. And in that instant the voice became clear. It was not sound, it was intention. He should keep it, protect it. Wait, Antonio took the egg home. He was never seen fishing again. Residents later said that for weeks a faint light pulsed inside his house at night. Others swore they heard rhythmic beats coming from inside the house. When they finally broke down the door, they found only shells, hundreds, thousands, organized in perfect spirals. In the center of the room, nothing, no egg, no Antonio, but on the sand of the beach, near his old house. Some swear that sometimes a new black shell appears, with a newly engraved symbol, waiting to be found.